I want to talk about what to do if your husband molesting your daughter. Now, most majority of the time, in most cases, men molest their wives or their girlfriend daughter. But sometimes you may have a man that molests their wife or their girlfriend's sons. So you can take this both ways, son or daughter. But I'm focused on the majority right now. Most majority of the time, men will molest their wife or their girlfriend daughter. And I want you to understand. What I want to educate you on what you should do. The first thing you got to do is you have to separate the two. That is, maybe if you have to leave, or maybe he leave, you cannot allow your child to be with that man, be in the presence of that man, especially on a one-on-one basis any longer. You have to step up and take action. And the first thing you have to do is separate the two. The second thing you have to do is go down to the court, and you need to file for a divorce. Now, I know a lot of you Christians are gonna judge me on this. A lot of you Christians are maybe unfollow me. Listen, you have every right to unfollow me if you don't agree with what I'm saying. God bless you. No hard feelings. But I want you to understand this. When the Bible was written, it was written in a different culture in a different time. You know, God did not deal with certain things when it came down to divorce because there are certain things that they didn't do. They knew not to do this. It was a sin for a man to have incest with his child, step daughter or regular biological daughter, whatever. They didn't do that. So that was not addressed in the Bible. But you got to understand this. God will not send you a man that is going to molest your child. God is not going to send you a man that is going to touch your child inappropriately. He's not going to do that. You got to understand, whenever you are married to a man that is molesting your child, you made a mistake. You married the wrong man. And God is not a God that if you make a mistake, you can't get it right. So no matter what you've done, no matter what mistakes we make, we can always go to God, and God will forgive us. So if you ask God to forgive you for divorcing a man that's molesting your daughter, God will forgive you. There's no sin that you can do that He won't forgive you of, unless you blaspheme against the Holy Ghost. So don't let these Christian people tell you that you wrong for getting divorced, marriage to death do us apart, stuff like that. When it comes down to your child being sexually abused, I do believe God understand that. God understand that. And like y'all preachers and y'all church folks, y'all gonna disagree with me. You're gonna comment foolish on my video. Go ahead, do what you want to do. But I'm not doing this for everybody to like me. I'm not doing this for popularity. I'm doing it to empower people, point blank. And I know when you start doing stuff like this, some people gonna hate. They're gonna disagree. They're gonna unfollow. That's fine. But you have to get a divorce. Do not choose that man over your daughter. And the next thing you have to do is you have to get that child help, counseling, some kind of therapy, or something like that. Invest in your daughter, help, because you must understand this: when a child gets sexually molested or abused or whatever, it does something to their mind psychologically. When a young girl gets sexually abused, she have more likely chance of growing up with depression, and that brings on depression, because then the symptom of depression is low self-esteem. And then when you have low self-esteem, you're going to set up for any and everything, and that child going to have a more highly likely chance of being promiscuous. She's going to be a teenager and having sex, sleeping around, because she's trying to find love. She's trying to find love. So in her mind, this is love. That's what you do to a young girl psychologically, and boy too, when you allow somebody to sexually abuse them. And then a young boy, he's more likely to grow up living in a homosexual lifestyle. Now I'm not gonna get into that that sin and nothing like that. I'm leave that alone. But I'm just trying to teach y'all something. You know, so it does something to that child psychologically. And when you are a parent and you choose that man over your daughter that been molested, you are worse than that man, and you have a problem, and something is wrong with you. So you need to, protect your daughter as a parent, and you need to get that child help, cause that child most likely gonna grow up low self-esteem, sleeping around. And according to a lot of research, they say that a lot of prostitutes that sell their body, a lot of women that are promiscuous, most likely they've been molested as a young girl. So don't reinforce a man sexually inappropriately touching your daughter. You know, so after you do that, you want to show your child love. Show her love. Talk to your child. Get her prayer. Find somebody that's anoint her with some oil, and you pray for that child, and you love that child. Talk to that child, and let that child know that it's not their fault. Let that child know what that man did with her was his fault, and he was wrong. Let that child know that you're on her side, because when you choose a man over your child, you are hurting your child, and that child gonna grow up not feeling love, and you don't want that child growing up like that. And when that child grow up with depression, suicidal thoughts gonna come. All these things gonna come. It's a spirit. It's a spirit, and that spirit gonna ride that child until that child kill herself. To that when she come adult, she can do. It's gonna be there. She's not gonna get rid of it if you don't get her help and let her know that you love her. So when your child is being abused, she need to be healed. Healing need to take place. And as a parent, you need to be the responsible one to step up and make sure your child get the help she need. I'm gonna try to help y'all. God bless y'all. Coach Rod.